Alright, welcome back to Steve's job. We know now the verifying cartridge is going into production. So what we're going to do today is, instead of doing a job with it as a concept, we're going to put it to use and see what it can actually do as a genuine outlet cartridge. So it's good, but it's not that good that it can do the job itself. So come on, let's get it done. This is my verifying cartridge. There will be others like it, but this one is mine. This verifying cartridge is my life. Without me, my verifying cartridge is useless. Without my verifying cartridge, I am useless. Oh no, that's not right. To register for yours, go to outlet.co.uk. Just register in your interest. It's not an obligation to buy. So go on, check it out. You know you want to. All right, so quick walk over the lawn. Because I can only mow up and down on this lawn, I can't mow left to right because I hit the fence up there with the grass box and somebody's put a big grey silver van in the way today as well, so I can't go that way. And I'll hit the plants as well, which I must admit are coming good. All it's had is lawn feed. I've just fed them with Equilibrium just so I don't get any pickup of any other feed off that and make the edges grow faster. So we will get the hay tray, we'll brush back against the stripe to pick everything up upright and mow these leaves up. Then we'll probably get the verifying cartridge out, thin it out because it's just getting a bit thick. Didn't cut it Friday, it's not been cut since then. It's Monday, 2nd of June today. So looking forward to using this verifying cartridge to thin this out. It has had one pass already, but I'm going to go a little bit deeper today and just see what it can do. Like I said, because it's now an actual cartridge that is going to be live, we need to start really pushing it so we can show you what it can do rather than just treating it like as a trial and hoping that it comes out. We know now it's coming out. So last week, even though it was raining quite a lot, I still kept up with my cutting regime, which is getting on number 2, first with the hater and then going over with the cylinder just to polish those tips up. The ground's still really firm, so it means we can go on number 2 and there's no risk of scalp at the moment. All right, little homage to Bob Ross as normal. Look at them, did a good job there, Paul, didn't he? He's got them all right, all blue and white, all the way to the top. I thought he'd get it and I thought he'd mess up, but he's not done, so well done. So you can see now it's all lovely, really, like, really, really healthy. So we'll just thin it out a little bit. See, now we've negated that old stripe by putting in the other stripe this way. So when we verify it back as it was, everything will be stood back up right, and then we'll give it a cut with the cylinder, and that'll be it. So when you get to this point, it's not a case of like ripping it to shreds every time. It's just very light, and that's how you get away with it. Little and often, very light. Don't know you've been. And then what we'll do is we'll get a recovery spray on, but it's more than last time. Well, it's not really recovery spray, it's just a general feed. It's time for its ultimate summer pack. So Summer Secret, Orbit, Grace, Stella and Slow Grow on there. Heavy rain tomorrow to wash that through. And if you want, you can mix in a bit of Refine as well. That'll help this time of year with the stress and everything. So I might do that myself if I've got some in van. Let's see. Well, either way, we'll not know we've been after we've done all the work, and then in a week it's going to be looking absolutely mint again. Okay, so for those of you who don't know what the verifying cartridge is, it is the scarifying prongs, the little tines, and then in here as well we've got the verticutting blades too, and the verticutting blades are just slightly more elongated than the tip of the prong, so this means we've got versatility in that we can go deep and we still get a scarify, or we can lift the verticutter up so we're still getting that contact with the soil, but we're still getting the scarify as well, and that's why we call it the verifier. But it's also great for other things like seeding as well. We put seed lines in and we get great germination as well from that. So far so good. So let's put it to the test and show you what we can do with it. So we just verified there on number 5 on the setting on the side. Goes from 0 to 10. I think 5 works best. Not yet done 10, but we will do as the tests go on during the period of summer. We'll see what happens on 10, but I think that'll be more for when we do seeding, to be honest, and we really want to get those deep grooves open for that seed to fall into. So maybe in some September jobs, if we want to do some overseeding somewhere, or we do a renovation somewhere, we'll do that. But let me show you what it's pulled up. So even though it looks like we've not done anything on the lawn, just see the little lines, we've pulled up a lot of stuff. That's great. Like I said in my last video, it's really aggressive in terms of what it pulls out, but yeah, it's really tactile and soft on the lawn, so it doesn't really do any damage. So it's mainly green shoots, which is what we want. We've also got some necrotic growth in there as well. As the months crack on, we're going to get more necrotic growth. That's why we want to keep doing it, to get rid of that, but equally get rid of that side shoots, the tillers, just to free it up so everything stands upright. And yeah, if this was a crystal maze, what do you reckon? Do you reckon we'd have more golds and silvers? The golds being blades of grass and the silvers being the necrotic growth, or do you think it'd be the other way around? Let me know. Alright, so I went over with the rotary there because I was eager to get back to you with what was in the box. It was very full and it was all spilling out, so I had to go over with the rotary to pick it up. But if we have a look up close there, we can just see the faint lines. So we've got the wind blowing through there, blowing it out, blowing it dry. We're going to get the feed in there now, which can go through easier. It's much freer, like we say, with the bus out analogy. Get everybody off, everybody can move. It's a lot happier environment than if it's congested. If you've only got a rotary mower, would you not be happy with that finish? Because I've got the cylinder, I'm just going to go over it and just get that tiny increment off. So I've cut it on 2 there, which is 22 mil. So we have a look up close. It's quite short still, but we can get it back down to like 20 today. And then next coat, like we can do 19, and then by Friday we can get it back down to 18 where we want to be. I think that's the perfect length here. So yeah, I'm happy days. So let's get that recovery spray on and we'll let the rain do the rest tomorrow. So really happy with that. Doesn't look like we've done anything, but what we have done has improved the lawn, I think. So I put the cutting cartridge back in and set off mowing at 20 mil, and what I'll do is over the coming days I will just reduce that down to 18 mil. So at the end of the week we'll be back to where we were and where we want to be going forward. Okay, so can you see the difference between the rotary and the cylinder cut? And I'll just show you what we've taken off. The clippings are so fine, so fine. So look at these, look how fine they are. Beautiful. And they smell amazing as well. I'm just looking actually, we can now see what the Verify's actually done. And let me tell you, we've done more aeration tonight than I ever would driving like a hollow core thing into the ground, or a machine, whatever, damaging my hip, blisters, plenty of aeration just gone on. We've just gone into that soil ever so slightly, open that up, air can get in now, and that's how I do my aeration. With the recovery spray / lawn feed ultimate summer pack, and I did actually put some Refine and some H2Go in there, so when it rains it's going to wash it through lovely. Now earlier on I did do a montage from a movie. If you know what that movie was, you can get yourself 10% off on my website of most things, just not sprayers, ultimate summer pack, or Inhibit, or Dan's Magic summer pack as well, because there's no room for any discount in those because they're already heavily reduced, and that will be in capital letters. If you know the movie, type it in capital letters and there's 10% waiting for you, as well as a celebration for the Verifier launch. So we'll see you next time here on Daniel Hibbert Lawn Expert, when we will be doing something else lawn related. So bye for now.